Welcome to another episode of Hashtag Agency Life. And today we have on the show, Kylie Martin. How are you?
Hi. G'day, mate.
Oh, no way. Well, and
Sorry, Lee. Had to put that
she's from Australia. I've got all of the fake Australian accent out of my system with Kylie just before we hit record, which is good, so I don't offend all of Australia with my terrible accent. So, but yeah, it's really nice to have you on the show. You're a great contributor to the Facebook group as well, so it's really nice to have you on and find out about your agency. So shall we dive in?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Do this.
So happy to be here. Thanks, Lee.
No worries. Okay. Oh, well, that was a slight Australianism there, wasn't it? Right. Okay. So first question is, tell us the name of your agency and what it is you do.
Sure. Well, the name of my agency is Kylie Martin Creative. So from that, basically I create awesome things for small to medium businesses, print design, web design, any graphic design, logos, that type of thing. So, yeah.
Awesome. And if we were going to have a nice barbecue celebration for your birthday...
Snag on the Barbie.
But you can do that, of course, and a few beers, a few Fosters. What would your birthday be, and how old is your agency? That's your birthday of your agency.
Yeah, of my. So that's a little bit of a hard one because I was actually dabbling with a few clients, probably before I actually really started. And was doing a few things on the side for friends. And then before I actually really started, then I had my third baby and just decided, you know what, I need to do this for myself. And so it was about 2013 when my youngest son was about 12 months old 2015, when I decided, I'm going to take this seriously and, get a few more clients on board and find some friends online.
So your all-in birthday party is like 3 years, but you've actually been doing this a lot longer.
Yeah, I have been. When I left school, basically, when I was in high school, all I wanted to do was create and design CD covers for rock bands. Cool. Not quite sure why, but that was my love. And then I went on and did, over in Australia, we call it an apprenticeship, so a trade in graphic design and pre-press graphics. So I worked in newspapers for a few years and got to learn the trade in print media, which was fascinating, and I loved it. And I loved the smell of ink and, and listening to the, printers, kind of churning away with the newspapers. So that was, my background. So, and I also worked at a really, quite a large advertising marketing firm in the city here. So I live rurally, about 2 hours away from the city, so on a farm. So that's my background. So when I moved to the farm, so when I met my husband, who happened to be a farmer, I moved back to the farm and decided, well, after we had a few children, we were quite serious, got married, had a few children, and then decided, well, I want to do my own thing. So, set up my business from home. So, which has been quite cool.
Baby. That's pretty awesome. On print, by the way, I just bought a new book about how to become Instagram famous. It's kind of a bit of a joke book, but there are some great advice. But the first thing I did was gave it a good sniff. I love the smell. I'm glad I've met someone who's like-minded. I did it, and Larissa looked at me. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry.
I know. Yeah. I know. Yes, I go into our local printer office here, which is about 30 minutes or 40 minutes away from me. And when I've got to get printing done and pick up for clients, I always go out the back and just get that whiff of ink, because there's nothing like it. It's just pure and it's gorgeous. So
I can see them now.
Kind of makes my heart
Kylie's
sing.
On her way, guys. Quick. Oh no.
Sorry.
Right, let's jump into the next question then and learn about your setup. And it's cool to know you're on a farm. So how many people are in your team?
So basically, it's just myself at the moment, but I also I contract out. So I have two people. I'm not a web developer, but I've had clients need websites. So I do contract out my web development and some design work as well. So because running a family and trying to run your own business as well is, you can't do everything. So as loads of people know. So it's a lot easier for my sanity to have another, somebody else that I can trust and who outputs the type of, stuff that I would send to my clients, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's really important.
For the design side then, and this is slightly off from the questions, but I do want to quickly explore it. Are you, because obviously you'll be doing kind of the big projects like the branding and the layouts and that, do you outsource more things like the artworking, the stuff that's less, that's time intensive for you, but can be handed out to someone else of a lower skill set, or are you actually handing out some of the branding stuff for them to do as well?
A little bit of both. I've got a really skilled designer in Belgrade who
Cool.
I just said, actually we came together on Upwork. Freelancer, I think it was.
Okay.
And yeah, I just needed something really quick done at some point in time, and I was having a quick crap time at home, family life, and I just thought I just needed this to get done. And he outputted this awesome thing in InDesign. And when I got the file back, he was working exactly how I would work in InDesign. And I was just like, yep, he's my man. So the way that we have done lots of projects since has been fantastic. So we just communicate via Asana, and it's quite a great relationship that I have with him. So
that's awesome.
I enjoy it.
So for the future, as you grow your agency, it might be through employees or through contractors. Do you think you'll be looking at always maintaining your home office and having more of a virtual agency, or would you look eventually to have a physical shop floor?
To be quite honest with you, Lee, having the home front agency type setup is perfect for me because of running. My husband and I, we also run the farm as well. So this having my own little get up at home is perfect because I can kind of be out delivering lunch to my husband in the tractor while I'm, have some work, happening as well. So because for me to actually set up a shop front would have to be, it's a 40-minute drive to get to, the main town.
Yeah. I always forget how big Australia is. I'm just out in the countryside, an hour away. Yeah.
Kind of out in the sticks, we would say, but out in the scrub. Yeah. So it's just really easy and fantastic for me to be able to work around the kids as well. So I usually get up quite early in the morning and start my day. But I find that having something at home is really beneficial for me. And just when the internet is working though, so we don't have that good at internet over here in Australia.
Come on, Australia. Yeah.
Aussies.
I know. And there's actually a slight delay as well on our conversation because of the internet. So if I ever talk over you at any point, it's just because of the delay. And I won't mention you've got a 350 megabyte download limit. Right now. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to know.
Sorry, I didn't mention it out loud, hopefully. So I apologize for your tuning. All right, well let's move on then to your mission. And obviously you've been doing this now for around 3 years. Have you got any particular niche? Do you have like an ideal client that you work with, or is it very broad?
And this is something that I've been chatting with a few friends online with who are kind of in similar businesses, and it's really great to chat to other people about this because it's not so obvious to you. I was saying to somebody that a couple of my clients are from the rural and agriculture sector. But I also have a health and wellness background, being a yoga teacher as well. So between my apprenticeship and getting married, I decided to become a yoga teacher, which was so valuable to me. And but yeah, so I find that I attract those type of people into my life, and attract those type of clients. So and they're really easy for me to help. So I, it's kind of two types of niches, I guess, but two types of clients. But I try not to turn anybody away, but I don't say yes to everything either. So it just depends, I guess, who the client is, and what their requirements are, and if it's going to be exciting for me to work for. So if it's going to be a drag, and if my gut's saying that this isn't good, then I tend not to do it. So cool. But I'm finding that those people in the rural and agricultural area are just coming to me naturally, and same as the health and wellbeing field. So which is great.
The yoga background's cool. I don't know if the episode's live yet, but I recorded it a few weeks ago with Yael from Israel, and she is massively into yoga as well. I don't know if you know her, and we actually talk about half an episode all about health and well-being and yoga and the benefits of it as well. So I think that podcast is coming out like in a couple of weeks' time, or it may even be out by the time people are listening to this. So I'll make sure I update the show notes to put that in so everyone can check that out. I'm massively into trying to work out how the hell, as a web designer and a web developer sat at my desk all the time, how the hell I can actually improve my health and well-being. But we won't go down that rabbit hole. We'll save that for another episode. And let's move on to the next question. What do you feel the main problem is that you solve for your clients?
I guess for me, a lot of my clients come to me going, I have no idea what to do. I need a logo, or I need a print brochure set out properly, and I need it in a few days. So I tend to make them look good, and make them feel professional. And by having that, they feel really good about themselves and about their business. So I feel like I'm just kind of helping them by making them look good, instead of spending hours trying to work out how to bloody use Canva or something, another program like that, where I can just we can just quickly knock up stuff. So it's really easy for me to help them look good. So that's the main
true,
problem,
isn't it? When we're like looking and getting changed and trying something on new at a shop, and then we're like, oh, that t-shirt actually makes me look good. It makes a completely different mindset, doesn't it? And then I'll wear that t-shirt to death because I think, oh, it made me look good, which everyone will know I really like the one with flowers on it because I think I'm in practically every picture. But it's the same, isn't it, with business? If we've presented them in a way that looks really good and professional, it absolutely changes the mindset of the business owner.
And it does.
Totally with you.
And it really does. Absolutely. Yeah. And when I've got a client that just says, look, we just need you to lay out our presentation for us. We've got a massive meeting, blah, blah, in a few days' time. Please, can you do that? Then I know that they're so confident in what I can do that it's going to make them feel good, to their clients. So, which is really good. So, I love doing that. I love pleasing them in a way that makes them feel good. And will feel good, lovey feelings.
All the lovely feelies. Hi, my name's Kylie. I make you look good and feel good and make more money. I guess you always have to throw that in. All right, let's talk about money. Let's talk about marketing. And how do you generate leads for your business?
So it's really interesting because I don't really do very much with that. I just post a few things on my Facebook page and that type of thing. And it's usually word of mouth. It's usually, for me, it's referrals. And it's a client that knows somebody that knows me and knows that, or they've seen something of mine and they're like, well, oh no, we need you, or we didn't know about that, you did this before. So it's usually just a Facebook refer or a referral. So at the moment I haven't gone down that whole of doing Facebook ads or anything like that. It's just really word of mouth, which I'm really lucky to have. So
that's good. And
yeah,
you've got that firm foundation of good past clients who will then continue to refer you. So it sounds like you've got the two channels. You've got the stuff you're posting on social media, which is obviously helping educate people as to what you do and why they probably need whatever it is you do. And then you've also got that ongoing referrals. And I think for a lot of agencies that are just starting out, it's probably quite difficult at first, and they have to try and explore a whole load of avenues. But like you, we have the ongoing referrals now where they just naturally come into the inbox. And when I start to worry, thinking, I've got nothing in the pipeline, and then an email comes in the next day, you should meet Terry.
Absolutely.
I'm like, phew. Huh, good.
Yeah, awesome.
I don't need to do Facebook ads. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All right.
I know, isn't it? It's lovely. It's lovely that happens. Or you say no to a potential client which your gut was telling you not to work with, and then this beautiful one with a lovely budget comes in and an ongoing budget, and you just think, wow, we need just one more review or two more reviews.
A nail on the head there as well with an ongoing budget. That's very important because a lot of us as agencies will make the website and then hand it over. But actually, if we can create an ongoing relationship over time, that's actually a much more valuable relationship, both for the client, but also for us as well with regards to finance, etc. So we're going deep here. This is good.
Sorry, yes. And educating them. I love to educate the clients because they have no idea that their website needs to be maintained after it. You kind of hand over the website and then kind of like, oh, what? What do you mean it needs to be backed up? And so it's fantastic that I kind of love educating them in that way and nurturing them to kind of come on board for like a monthly plan and that type of thing. So which is great. So
awesome. So you can choose how you answer this question. It's a very broad question, and quite often we tend to go very deep, but how do you measure success? And that could be for your business or just for you personally. I don't know how you would measure it, but whatever gives you the warm and fuzzies and you're like, yes, this is good. What would that be?
So I guess for me, Lee, for me to measure success is, helping and pleasing other clients and hearing them talking about my relationship or how they've had a relationship with me, or, I've done some work with them and they're so proud of it. But also, and it's also about family life too. So, and balancing that out for me. So, I've got the home office. So my 4-year-old doesn't go to school yet. So he's at home a lot, and so I get to be with him a lot as well. So, and go off and play with him, or be in the tractor with my husband for an hour while he's sitting on there. So, that's what it's all about for me. It's not about slogging away and working really hard, long nights or early mornings or whatever. It's about, and not about the money either. It's just about the way of life and the well-being that it brings to me, so that I'm really lucky that I can still, do what I love to do. So while having a family,
That's such a cool answer. Very similar as well. Kyle Van Duzen was on Agency Life a few weeks ago, and he was talking about where he part of his measure of success is being able to take 2 hours at lunchtime to go for a walk or go to the play area with his children. And I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
Success is not all those numbers and metrics and have we grown a certain percentage this year. It is how much time have I actually had with the family.
Absolutely. So it's such a big thing, and it's such a big thing in my life. So and that kind of overweighs the amount of money or chasing that next client. So for me, it's about the well-being and kind of balancing that out together. So that's how I would measure it anyway.
Well, let's get a bit serious now, and we're going to have a confession, if you don't mind. And it's only me and you, and maybe a few thousand listeners. And what do you feel the biggest problem is that you have as a business?
Now, I was chatting to a very good friend of yours the other day about this, and Imogen, and I chat with her a little bit, and we were talking about imposter syndrome, and not being good enough. So, and I struggle with that all the time. And to be perfectly honest with you, Lee, I woke up this morning and I said to my husband, oh, I get to have my interview with Lee tonight, but I so want to cancel. I'm not good. Like, I just can't do this.
Oh, no.
Like, seriously. Yeah. And that is, it's something that I battle all the time. And it's just one of those things. I think, I think any small agency or small business owner has that within them. And I think it's just a natural thing that comes out, and it's overcoming that and stepping and rising above it. So, and it was great that I could actually verbally say that to him this morning. And so it was great because we could talk about it. And I'm like, no, of course I'm not. I'm definitely not cancelling. No way.
Good.
Like,
I didn't.
I can do I can do this, you know, and I am worthy and I am good enough. So, I think that is just, it's just one of those things. Yeah.
3 years into podcasting, though, every single episode I ever record, I get really, really nervous. Like, even before this, I get nervous. It's just this natural feeling.
Serious?
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I get nervous. I want to do a really good job. I don't want to screw it up. I want to make you look good and promote you. And at the same time, very often I have guests and I think, my guests are well cleverer than me. What the hell am I doing interviewing them? Do you know what I mean? So I get it all the time. It's this constant battle. So the struggle is real. Hashtag the struggle is real.
Absolutely. The struggle is real. It is real. Yeah.
Let's talk about well-being. Let's talk about well-being.
Yeah.
And these are the two questions that I struggle with the most. And part of the reason why agency life exists is I'm desperate to learn off everyone else, as is everyone else who is listening. You're
Absolutely.
at home. So your business is at home. It's obviously harder to escape that. And also, I don't know if you're wired the same way as me, but perhaps you're thinking often about the business, maybe when you're not even in the office. How do you personally switch off?
This is something that I'm learning, Lee.
Okay, good. Teach me.
Yeah, it's something that I'm learning, and obviously having my yoga background, you know, I've come from experience of meditation and that type of thing. And when you have a family, you know, you've kind of got to find that time for yourself. So putting a business on top of that as well is really hard. So the way that I have been able to do it is to set my times. Okay, the children walk out of the door here at 8:30. I've got 3 kids. They walk out at 8:30 in the morning to go to the bus. And when my little one, he's 4, he goes to preschool. So that's, you know, I start at 8:30 and they get home at 3:30. So from 8:30 to 3:30 is when I dive in, and, you know, 3:30, that's it. Like, I'm down tools, stop email, stop everything. And I try not to look at my phone until, like, my phone meaning my emails or my messages, until, you know, the kids hop off to bed. So, and some nights, if I don't have a job on, if there's a job on with a due date or anything like that, I don't generally, touch base until the morning. So I'm a bit of a morning person too, Lee. So rising early. So about, you know, 4:45, 4:30, 4:45, my day starts. And that is my productive time too. So
the magic
but I always have, I love it. So that time, but I also have about half an hour where I do some, some breathing, some meditation, some time just for me in the morning, just to sit and reevaluate, like, you know, what is happening here, what is going on. And so I really like the Wim Hof breathing I'm into at the moment. So that's quite a good one if you want to get onto that, Lee.
I'm totally going to Google that after the call.
Please do.
I will. It sounds cool. Anything like that. It's I'm literally trying a lot of stuff at the moment, so that would be really good. Now then, this isn't meant to be a personal question. I kind of realized kind of several episodes in that this might be quite a personal question, but it's how do you stay healthy? Because right now I'm actually carrying a little bit of extra weight that I shouldn't be. I need to lose a bit. I'm always sat at my desk and I have zero motivation at the moment to go to the gym. And my wife's like, she said yes to marry me when I was 250 pounds. I'm now 190 pounds, and there is absolutely no reason for me to actually lose weight because she loved me when I was a fatty. So I'm trying to work this one out too. Do you have any tips on staying healthy? Because you are obviously like, I mean, you are on a farm. That's lucky. So a bit of exercise there.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely. Yeah, no, we love. Look, Hayley, we are a bit lucky to have my husband is a little bit crazy with being healthy and fit. So we kind of work together, and we've got our own gym at home here. We've set up with weights and stuff like that. So my kids are right into going out and climbing trees and finding the nearest thing that they can do chin-ups on. So it's just one of those things that we've got going on here at the moment that
you
we
sound
just
like
love.
The Incredibles.
So, it's kind of like Ninja Warrior, Ninja Warrior type stuff.
Yeah.
But it's I love finding time to jump into the gym just to do some strength training, which is wonderful. But one of my key things that I've really learnt in the last couple of years is my diet. So, and that is mainly, a keto diet, low carb, high fat. So I found that cutting out the carbs for me is really beneficial with kind of staying healthy, but also the brain fog. So when you become a mum, you kind of, you getting it from everywhere. And keto has been a huge thing, the keto diet for me. So Google that because that's awesome.
My problem is I love pizza, I love pasta, and I love bread.
Oh!
So
and you see,
I'll struggle.
The thing, the thing for this, Lee, is that we're kind of cutting out the carbs, but we own a farm and we farm, quite a bit of wheat and barley, and so but that's for beer. We have to have that. Yeah.
Although I'm having a no beer August. I don't think that exists, but I finished off my beer yesterday and I'm like, right, for the rest of August, no beer. At least that's one positive decision I can make because I usually have one beer a night in a weekday. Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I've had a busy day. I'm going to have a beer and sit down. And then I'm thinking, well, that's like 200 calories a night that I could probably cut out right there.
Probably. But it helps you sleep, right? It helps you sleep. Yeah.
What, the beer? No, I drink loads of coffee. I don't sleep. I never sleep. No, I do. I'm one of those persons that when you get into bed and hit the pillow, that's it. I am literally out. Doosh.
Yeah.
It annoys my wife because she'll say goodnight and then I'll start snoring.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because my husband's always like, I can't believe how you go to sleep just like that. And I'm like, well, I never know when I'm going to be woken up, with 3 kids. I need sleep. So, boom, I'm out. Sorry,
Well, we're coming into land now, quite literally. And our last question is, and you have to be really strict with yourself and only pick one tool and not say several things. But if you can think of one tool, be it software, your pen, your keyboard, whatever, that you feel is being instrumental in the success of your business.
Yeah. So last year I discovered this awesome CRM software called Dubsado.
Yes!
And
sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
We use it too. Life-changing hashtag.
Yeah. Yeah, it is so life-changing. Hashtag life-change Dubsado. So I love it. And look, that has made me look really professional when I'm sending out contracts and proposals. And just the workflow and all that you can build into Dubsado is just incredible. So that has really helped me. In my business. So I can't wait till they introduce a few, things all the time.
Well, they're looking at, they've got a new design coming up. They're also going to improve all of the accounting and allow us to integrate with the banking software, etc. Because the more they do of that, the less I'll need something like QuickBooks, and then hopefully I can move fully over to Dubsado, because it's just their bookkeeping section is not great, but the everything else, like you said, the workflow, sending proposals, getting reoccurring payments, remembering that you have leads and nurturing those leads, it covers everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's bloody fantastic. I've got it set up so it goes into my links from my website. So the lead just comes straight into that, and it's got the form set up on my website and goes straight into Dubsado. So yeah, I never miss a lead, and I can nurture him in that program. So yeah, love it. That has been the most. I love it.
Yeah, Dubsado. We'll put a link in the show notes, guys. You got to check it out. It does look a little beta as of recording today. Dubsado does look a little beta still, because it's a fledgling product, probably 2 years old. But they are, I think they're rebranding, and they're coming out with a newer, more slicker look. But that doesn't matter, because the actual functionality is what won me over, and being able to run the business. Because I tried a Salesforce, I tried ActiveCampaign, all of these different really big suppliers, but none of them think like creatives, whereas Dubsado is for creatives.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like an advertorial list, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We can kind of talk about that for ages, Lee. So yeah, no.
Let's do a whole episode about Dubsado.
Please get me on to do that. I'd love it. Yeah, look, I bang on about that all the time. So I love it. So I'm really glad that I found you that also uses it. So we might be able to, I don't know.
We'll collab.
Talk about that sometime.
We'll do something.
Yeah.
Well, this has been awesome. I love your accent, obviously, because you're from Australia, and just the best accent ever. I also love southern, like Texas accents in America as well. So if anyone's got an accent like that, get on the show. It's just the best thing ever. I could listen to you all day. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your story. I'm jealous of your gym. I'm jealous of the farm. I'm just basically jealous of everything you described, and you're very inspiring. So I've really, really enjoyed learning from you.
Thank you.
So have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Lee.
No worries.
Yeah, thanks so much. Take care. We'll see you in the group.
Bye-bye.
See ya.